hit the subscribe button. Currently only 1.7% of my viewers are. Subscribe once we hit 1,000 subscribers. I'll release an exclusive special video, just for you.
The spaceport buzzed with activity, a cacophony of alien languages and sounds blending into a symphony of interstellar life. Alex Carter, standing at the edge of the arrival platform, took a deep breath. The Thalari capital city stretched out before him, its towering structures shimmering under the unfamiliar sun. This was not his first diplomatic mission, but the sense of anticipation was palpable. "Welcome to Thaliar," a melodious voice broke through his reverie. He turned to see Ambassador Zara, her iridescent scales catching the light. Her presence was commanding yet serene, embodying the Thalari's famed grace. "Ambassador Zara," Alex greeted with a nod, extending his hand in the human custom. She responded with a Thalari salute, a fluid motion of her arm across her chest. "It's an honor to have you here, Alex Carter," she said, her tone warm but formal. "The summit is eager to begin." As they walked through the city towards the Grand Council Hall, Alex marveled at the architectural splendor around him. The buildings were a seamless blend of organic forms and advanced technology, creating an environment both alien and beautiful. "Your city is remarkable," Alex commented, unable to hide his awe. Zara smiled, a flicker of pride in her eyes. "We have strived to harmonize with our surroundings, enhancing our natural world rather than dominating it." Their conversation turned to the summit's agenda, focusing on strengthening the ties between Earth and Thaliar. Alex listened intently, absorbing details about Thalari society and governance. But it was a casual remark from Zara that truly caught his attention. "Our population grows rapidly," she mentioned, almost offhandedly. "Our women give birth every lunar cycle." Alex stopped in his tracks, blinking in astonishment. "Every month?" Zara nodded, her expression curious. "Yes, it is a natural aspect of our biology. It ensures our survival and adaptability in the vastness of space." The enormity of this revelation sank in as they entered the council hall. Alex was ushered to his place among other delegates, his mind still reeling from what he had just learned. The meeting proceeded with the usual diplomatic formalities, but Alex found it hard to focus. His thoughts kept drifting back to the implications of such a rapid reproductive cycle. After the summit, Alex found himself drawn to Zara. He needed to understand more about this unique aspect of Thalari life. They agreed to meet in a more informal setting, and Zara took him to a vibrant marketplace bustling with activity. "The birth rate you mentioned," Alex began cautiously, "it must present significant challenges." Zara paused, examining a piece of Thalari art before responding. "Indeed. Our rapid growth demands meticulous resource management and social organization. We celebrate birth as a communal event, fostering strong societal bonds from the very beginning." As they wandered through the market, Zara explained the intricacies of Thalari life. Alex learned about their communal birthing ceremonies, where entire neighborhoods came together to support new mothers and welcome infants. It was a stark contrast to the often private and personal nature of human childbirth. The sensory overload of the marketplace was overwhelming. Exotic scents wafted through the air, a mix of unfamiliar spices and flowers. The hum of conversations in various alien tongues created a vibrant backdrop. Alex's senses were in overdrive, each new experience deepening his understanding of this extraordinary culture. "You see," Zara continued, her voice softening, "our reproductive strategy has ensured our survival, but it comes with its own set of complexities. Overpopulation, resource allocation, and social dynamics are constant challenges." Alex nodded, his respect for the Thalari growing with each revelation. "And yet, you've thrived. There's much we could learn from your resilience and adaptability." Their conversation was interrupted by a sudden commotion. A group of Thalari children, giggling and chasing each other, nearly ran into them. Zara laughed, a melodic sound that made Alex smile. "Life here is vibrant and unyielding," she said. "It is both our greatest strength and our most daunting challenge." As the day drew to a close, Alex felt a profound sense of connection to this alien world. The challenges they faced were immense, but their spirit and unity were equally formidable. He realized that understanding the Thalari was not just about diplomacy but about embracing the richness of their existence. The next day, Alex was invited to attend a birthing ceremony. He felt a mix of curiosity and trepidation, knowing this experience would deepen his insight into Thalari culture. The ceremony was held in a vast, open pavilion adorned with flowers and glowing orbs. The air was filled with the sound of gentle music and the hum of anticipation. As Alex watched, the communal nature of the event became clear. Families and friends gathered around the expectant mothers, offering support and joy. It was a celebration of life in its purest form, a testament to the strength and unity of the Thalari people. The sight left Alex both humbled and inspired. He understood now that their rapid reproductive cycle was not just a biological quirk but a fundamental aspect of their identity, shaping their society in profound ways. As he prepared to leave the pavilion, Zara approached him, her eyes reflecting the shared experience. "You see now, Alex, our strength lies in our unity and our unwavering will to thrive." Alex nodded, feeling a deep sense of respect and admiration for the Thalari. "I do, Zara. And I believe we have much to learn from each other." As they walked back into the city, Alex felt a renewed sense of purpose. The challenges ahead were great, but so too were the possibilities for understanding and cooperation. The journey had just begun, and he was eager to see where it would lead. The sound of drums and chants filled the air as Alex Carter stepped into the grand birthing hall, his senses overwhelmed by the vibrant display of Thalari tradition. The pavilion was alive with color and movement, adorned with flowers and glowing orbs. The entire community had gathered to welcome new life, their unity palpable. "Welcome, Alex," Zara greeted, her voice barely audible over the rhythmic beats. She gestured for him to follow her to a reserved area. "This is one of our most cherished ceremonies." Alex nodded, his curiosity piqued. "I've never seen anything like this. It's incredible." As they took their seats, Alex observed the proceedings with rapt attention. Expectant mothers, surrounded by their families and friends, sat in the center of the pavilion. The air was thick with anticipation and joy. He noticed the seamless coordination among the Thalari, each person knowing their role and performing it with precision. Zara leaned closer, her expression thoughtful. "Our birthing ceremonies are a celebration of life and community. Every child born is a gift to us all." Alex watched as the first infant was born. The event met with a chorus of cheers and songs. The newborn was immediately embraced by the community, a testament to the Thalari's strong social bonds. It was a striking contrast to the often private nature of human childbirth. "This is remarkable," Alex said, his voice filled with awe. "The sense of unity is profound." Zara smiled, her eyes reflecting the collective joy. "It is our way of ensuring that every child knows they are part of something greater. It strengthens our society." As the ceremony continued, Alex's mind churned with questions. The rapid reproductive cycle and communal upbringing were fascinating, but he couldn't ignore the potential challenges such a system might pose. He decided to broach the subject delicately. "Zara, with such frequent births, how do you manage resources and population growth?" he asked, his tone respectful. Her expression grew somber. "It is a delicate balance, Alex. Our rapid population growth requires meticulous planning and resource management. We have faced shortages and conflicts, but we adapt. It is a constant challenge." Their conversation was interrupted by a sudden commotion at the far end of the pavilion. A Thalari elder, her scales dull with age, hurried towards them, her face etched with concern. Zara rose to meet her, her demeanor shifting from celebratory to serious in an instant. "Elder Marek, what is it?" Zara asked, her voice steady but laced with urgency. The elder spoke quickly, her words tumbling out in a flurry of distress. "There is an illness affecting the newborns in the Western District. It spreads rapidly, and we have yet to find a cure. Alex's heart sank. The joy of the ceremony was suddenly overshadowed by this new crisis. He stepped forward, his diplomatic instincts kicking in. Is there anything I can do to help? Earth has advanced medical technologies that might be useful. Zara turned to him, her eyes searching his face. Your offer is generous, Alex. Any assistance would be greatly appreciated. Our scientists are working tirelessly, but we are running out of time. The tension in the air was palpable as they left the pavilion, heading towards the Thalari Medical Research Center. The once vibrant street seemed subdued, the news of the illness spreading through the community like wildfire. Alex could feel the weight of the crisis pressing down on them. At the research center, Alex was introduced to a team of Thalari scientists. The lab was a hive of activity, with researchers analyzing data and testing potential treatments. The air was thick with the scent of antiseptics and the hum of machinery. Dr. Lyra, this is Alex Carter, a diplomat from Earth. Zara introduced him to the lead scientist, a stern-looking Thalari with keen eyes. He has offered to assist us. Dr. Lyra nodded curtly, her focus unwavering. Any help is welcome. The pathogen is highly resilient, and we are struggling to find an effective countermeasure. Alex rolled up his sleeves, ready to dive in. Let's get to work. I'll share everything I know about human medical advancements and see how we can apply them here. The hours that followed were a blur of intense collaboration. Alex and the Thalari scientists worked side by side, combining their knowledge and resources. It was a race against time, each minute bringing them closer to a potential breakthrough or deeper into despair. As night fell, the lab buzzed with a new energy. Alex, exhausted but determined, found a possible lead in Earth's medical databases. Here, he said, pointing to the screen. This compound has shown promise in similar cases. We should test it immediately. Zara, who had been monitoring the progress closely, nodded. Do it. We have no time to lose. The tension in the room was electric as the team prepared the compound for testing. Alex watched, his heart pounding, as the first trial commenced. The outcome of this experiment could mean the difference between hope and tragedy for the Thalari. As the test results began to come in, a collective breath was held. Alex's pulse raced as he scanned the data. Then, a flicker of hope. It's working, he whispered, scarcely believing it. We might have found the cure. Zara's eyes shone with a mixture of relief and gratitude. Alex, you've given us a fighting chance. Thank you. But their work was far from over. As dawn approached, the team continued to refine the treatment, preparing to distribute it to the affected areas. The battle against the pathogen had only just begun, and Alex knew they would need every ounce of their combined strength and ingenuity to prevail. The lab's tension was almost palpable as Alex Carter and the Thalari scientists scrutinized the latest test results. Each data point represented a potential breakthrough or another setback. The sterile air of the laboratory hummed with the combined energy of desperate hope and meticulous effort. Alex, look at this, Dr. Lyra called out, her eyes wide with a mixture of excitement and apprehension. She pointed to the screen where the latest data flashed. The pathogen's replication rate is decreasing significantly. Alex's heart skipped a beat. That's promising, but we need to confirm it works across all samples, he replied, his voice steady but charged with urgency. Zara stood nearby, her normally composed demeanor cracking under the strain. How soon can we know for sure? Another round of tests, and we'll have a clearer picture, Alex assured her. He moved to assist the technicians preparing the next batch of samples, his movements precise and focused. The room buzzed with activity, the team operating like a well-oiled machine despite their exhaustion. As the hours passed, the initial excitement began to temper with the grinding reality of scientific rigor. They needed conclusive evidence, not just hope. Alex could see the fatigue wearing on everyone, their faces etched with worry and determination. Alex, Zara's voice was softer now, almost hesitant. How do you remain so calm? He paused, considering her question. Experience, I suppose. In my line of work, staying calm is crucial. But I won't lie, Zara, this situation is testing my limits. Her expression softened. Your presence here has been a beacon for us. I want you to know that. Before Alex could respond, Dr. Lyra's voice cut through the room. We have it. The results are consistent across all samples. The treatment works. A collective sigh of relief swept through the lab. Alex felt a weight lift off his shoulders. We need to start distributing it immediately, he said, his voice gaining strength. Zara nodded, already on her communicator, organizing the logistics. I'll mobilize our distribution teams. Every minute counts. The following hours were a whirlwind of coordinated efforts. Alex worked alongside the Thalari, ensuring the treatment was administered swiftly. The urgency of their mission fueled their actions, each person driven by the shared goal of saving lives. In the midst of the frenzy, Alex found moments of profound connection with the Thalari people. Their resilience and unity were inspiring. He saw firsthand the strength of their communal bonds, each individual willing to sacrifice for the greater good. As dawn approached, the first signs of recovery began to appear. Infants, once at the brink of death, showed signs of improvement. The news spread like wildfire, infusing the community with a renewed sense of hope. In a quiet moment, Alex and Zara stood together, watching the sun rise over the city. The light bathed the buildings in a golden glow, a stark contrast to the anxiety and darkness of the past days. We did it, Zara said, her voice filled with a mixture of relief and gratitude. Alex nodded, feeling an immense sense of accomplishment. It's a start. There's still work to be done, but we've turned the tide. Their conversation was interrupted by the arrival of Elder Merrick. The elder's face, usually stern and composed, was now soft with gratitude. Alex, Zara, you have brought us back from the brink. Your names will be honored among our people. The acknowledgement humbled Alex. I'm honored to have been able to help. Your people's resilience is incredible. Merrick's eyes sparkled with wisdom. It is through unity and understanding that we find our strength. You have shown us that our bonds extend beyond our species. As the day unfolded, the success of their efforts became more apparent. The crisis had brought them closer, forging a bond that transcended their differences. Alex knew that this experience would leave an indelible mark on both his life and the lives of the Thalari. In the aftermath, Alex and Zara found time to reflect on the journey. They discussed future collaborations, ways to share knowledge and resources. The crisis had revealed not only the vulnerabilities of the Thalari but also the incredible potential of their alliance. As they walked through the now bustling marketplace, the vibrancy had returned tenfold. Children played, merchants called out their wares, and the air was filled with the scent of exotic spices and flowers. Zara turned to Alex, her eyes shining with hope. This is just the beginning. Together, we can achieve so much more. Alex smiled, feeling a deep sense of kinship with his Thalari counterparts. Indeed, Zara. This partnership is a testament to what we can accomplish when we stand united. The sterile light of the medical bay cast long shadows as Alex Carter and Ambassador Zara stood by the bedside of the last infant recovering from the pathogen. The room was filled with a quiet hum of machinery in the soft, steady breathing of the newborn. It was a scene of calm after the storm. We did it, Zara murmured, her voice a mixture of exhaustion and triumph. All the newborns are stable. Alex nodded, a profound sense of relief washing over him. It's incredible. Your people's resilience is extraordinary. Zara turned to him, her eyes reflecting gratitude and respect. We couldn't have done it without you, Alex. Your knowledge and dedication were crucial. As they exited the medical bay, the corridor outside buzzed with renewed energy. Thalari parents, their faces lined with worry turned to joy, expressed their heartfelt thanks. The sense of community and relief was almost tangible. Ambassador Zara, Alex Carter, Elder Merrick greeted them at the end of the corridor. Your efforts have not only saved lives but have strengthened the bond between our species. Alex smiled, humbled by the elder's words. It's been an honor to work alongside you all. This crisis has shown us what we can achieve together. The trio walked through the bustling streets of the capital, the vibrancy of the city fully restored. Markets were alive with activity, the scent of exotic foods mingling with the crisp air. The Thalari had a way of celebrating life that was both profound and infectious. Zara led them to a quiet park, a haven of greenery amidst the urban landscape. They sat by a tranquil pond, the water reflecting the golden hues of the setting sun. Alex, what you've done here will be remembered for generations, Zara said, her voice filled with emotion. You've shown us the strength of unity. Alex gazed at the serene water, the weight of recent events settling into a deep sense of accomplishment. We've all learned from each other, Zara. This partnership is just the beginning. Their conversation turned to future collaborations, the potential for shared technology, and cultural exchanges. They envisioned a future where humans and Thalari work together to overcome challenges and explore new horizons. As night fell, the city lit up with a gentle glow, lanterns illuminating the pathways and buildings. The park became a peaceful sanctuary, the sounds of the bustling city fading into the background. Zara, Alex began, breaking the comfortable silence, how do you see our alliance evolving? Zara looked thoughtful, her eyes reflecting the distant stars. I see us becoming true partners, not just in times of crisis but in everyday life. Sharing knowledge, resources, and building a future where our strengths complement each other. Alex nodded, the vision resonating deeply with him. It's a future worth striving for. Together, we can achieve so much more. Their dialogue was interrupted by the arrival of a young Thalari messenger, her expression eager. Ambassadors, there's an urgent communication from the Galactic Union. They wish to commend our joint efforts and discuss further cooperation. Zara and Alex exchanged a knowing glance. The crisis had not only brought them closer but had also caught the attention of the broader interstellar community. This was their opportunity to solidify their alliance and set a precedent for future collaborations. As they made their way to the communication center, the tension in the air was replaced by a sense of anticipation. The Galactic Union's endorsement would be a significant step forward. The large screen in the center lit up, displaying the Union's emblem. A distinguished figure appeared, their features a blend of several interstellar species. Ambassadors Zara and Alex Carter, your joint efforts have been remarkable. The Galactic Union commends your success and wishes to explore how we can support and expand your alliance. Alex stepped forward, his voice confident. Thank you. This crisis has shown us the power of unity. We are eager to work with the Union to ensure that such collaborations become the norm across our galaxy. Zara added, together, we can face any challenge and explore new frontiers. Our combined strengths will pave the way for a brighter future. The Union representative nodded, their expression one of approval. Your alliance will serve as a model for others. We will provide resources and support to strengthen your partnership. The communication ended, leaving Alex and Zara with a renewed sense of purpose. They had not only overcome a crisis but had also laid the foundation for a powerful alliance that could reshape the galaxy. As they walked out of the communication center, the city lights twinkling around them, Alex felt a profound sense of fulfillment. The journey had been arduous, but the rewards were immense. He glanced at Zara, sharing a smile that spoke of shared triumphs and future aspirations. Here's to the future, Zara, Alex said, raising an imaginary glass. To the future, Alex, Zara replied, her eyes shining with hope. Together, they had forged a path of unity and resilience, a path that promised endless possibilities and boundless hope. The story of their alliance was just beginning, and the stars were the limit.